Hi guys, and welcome back to another goddamn gaming episode with me, GamerLAD. Now today I'm just bringing you a quick update that I've received from tinyBuild in regards to Hello Neighbour. Current fans of Hello Neighbour will know that the game is now in Alpha 1 phase. We had the pre-alpha, which was very premature and very blocky, and there wasn't really much to it. The game was terribly glitchy, it crashed all the time. Then they brought us the Alpha 1, which saw a new house, a bit of a rebuild, an extra floor, and the mechanics were improved a little bit, as were the visuals. Now this morning I had an email from Alex Nichiporchik, the owner of tinyBuild, and basically it's saying that in November we're going to be receiving Alpha 2. And then in December, we're going to be receiving Alpha 3. Now, he hasn't gone into too much detail in the email, but basically I'll just give you a few bullet points. Content from pre-alpha and Alpha 1 is all throwaway and will not make it into the full game. So from this, basically, what I can put together is the house will not look nothing like it does in the final build. Also, all the mechanics in that house, such as the teacher, the shooting range, the shark in the water, that is all going to be throwaway and it will not be in the final house. The next build, i.e. Alpha 2, will look something like the one that was played by Alex at TwitchCon. And by this I'm presuming that he means the graphical style will look more polished and more like the finished project should look. The opening tutorial and opening sequence, i.e. the car pulling up to the house, etc., that is going to have the final art style, so that will look as it should look in the final build when it's released in 2017. Alpha 2 is coming out in November. Now we're already on the 8th of November, so that gives us 22 more days to see the release of Alpha 2, so not too long to wait. Alpha 3 is coming in December, and Alpha 3 is going to feature a draft of the full house, meaning that the house in Alpha 3 is going to be a blueprint for the final house. So it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what the final house is going to look like, and that is how many floors, etc. and rooms the final house is going to have, but it's going to be something along those lines. But enough from me now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fade myself out and I'm going to let you watch the video.
The final house. And the final house is massive. The house is absolutely huge. And it's been redesigned several times ever since we actually announced the game. Because we just see the kind of stuff that people try to do. People really love climbing. People really love hardcore puzzles. And before releasing Alpha 1, we were wondering, okay, well, these puzzles might just be a little bit too much. When you have to... Spoilers for the Alpha 1 if you haven't played it. The fact that you have to get the mannequin down to solve the math puzzle and then get the gun for that, we thought that people wouldn't figure that out. But people figured everything out, so the team is working really hard to get puzzles that you will have a hard time solving. Now, the game will still play as a sandbox, and without spoilers or anything, there will be the large sandbox of the house. But we're designing it in a way that I think many of you will appreciate, where you have multiple ways of solving the puzzles. And I think the obvious question here is that how can you stretch a single location into a full game? Well, I can tell you that we're not pulling off a Metal Gear Solid 2, where you had the tanker and that was the only thing that was advertised, and then there's a whole other game with Raiden. I will tell you that the game will take place a lot in the house, but that's not the only location. And one of the locations that we have already revealed without the spoilers is the fact that the basement is actually going to be playable. How the basement will be playable and what are the other locations, I think that's what we're going to keep a secret, unless a lot of you guys really ask us to reveal some stuff, so then we'll post a really big spoiler warning on what the final game is. The reason I'm a little bit on the fence about spoiling it or not is because the amount of feedback we get from the house playthroughs, it's insane. It's really useful. So I'm wondering if there's a way to create a situation where we can show the rest of the game and actually playtest it a lot, because we don't really want to do closed beta tests. That's not our style. And if we manage that, then we'll be able to make the other sequences really good. So that's the update. Stay tuned for 2 more builds this year.
Okay, so as we can see, guys, from that video, it's going to be pretty exciting stuff, don't you agree? I mean, he's already said that the final house is going to be massive. And looking at that video, the visuals look really good, and I for one cannot wait to get my hands on Alpha 2 the day it releases. I will definitely be doing a Let's Play. I may even do a live stream if that's something you guys want. Just comment down below and let me know. And last but not least, you know, we're finally going to get to go down into that basement and find out what the hell that creepy neighbour is up to. But I'm just going to leave it here for now because I don't want to say too much and kind of like ruin things for people. But just keep your eyes peeled because as soon as Alpha 2 gets released, I will be doing a video that day. Anyway, I've been GamerLAD, guys, and this has been another goddamn gaming episode. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you want to see more from me, don't forget to smash that subscribe button in the face, and I will see you later. Ta-da for now.